Will the future of work be ethical? Academic perspectives. Greg Epstein contributor. Share on Twitter. Greg M. Epstein is the Humanist Chaplain at Harvard and MIT, and the author of the New York Times best-selling book Good Without God. Described as a godfather to the humanist movement by the New York Times Magazine in recognition of his efforts to build inclusive, inspiring, and ethical communities for the non-religious and allies, Greg was also named one of the top faith and moral leaders in the United States by Faithful Internet, a project of the United Church of Christ and the Stanford Law School Center for Internet and Society. More posts by this contributor. People fix things. Tech doesn't fix things. Silicon Valley's competing philosophies on tech ethics with the New Yorker's Andrew Marantz. In June, TechCrunch ethicist-in-residence Greg M. Epstein attended MTech Next, a conference organized by the MIT Technology Review. The conference, which took place at MIT's famous Media Lab, examined how AI and robotics are changing the future of work. Greg's essay, Will the Future of Work Be Ethical?, reflects on his experiences at the conference, which produced what he calls a religious crisis, despite the fact that I am not just a confirmed atheist but a professional one as well. In it, Greg explores themes of inequality, inclusion and what it means to work in technology ethically, within a capitalist system and market economy. Accompanying the story for TechCrunch are a series of in-depth interviews Greg conducted around the conference, with scholars, journalists, founders and attendees. Below, Greg speaks to two academics who were key MTech Next speakers. First is David Autor, one of the world's most prominent economists. Autor's lecture, Work of the Past, Work of the Future, originally delivered as the prestigious 2019 Richard T. Ely Lecture at the annual meeting of the American Economic Association, formed the basis for the opening presentation at the MTech Next conference. Susan Winterberg, an academic who studies business and ethics, was a panelist who brought important, even stirring insights about the devastating impact automation can have on communities and how companies can succeed by protecting people against those effects. David Autor is the Ford Professor of Economics at MIT. Image via MIT Technology Review. Greg Epstein, who do you see as the audience for your work? Is it more labor or management, and how do different audiences engage with it differently? David Autor, my primary audience, it can be argued, is other scholars. But I am aware of and pleased that my work has reached beyond that narrow group. I'm aware that it is discussed by policymakers and others, and I'm sort of driven by trying to understand more on this story. Visit the news article link.